Hi, this is Israr Hussain with you from Superior University, Lahore. Hope you people are doing well. We shall start our today lecture, which is how to write a good research paper. There are few things before writing a research paper you should keep in mind that first of all, you will conduct a meta-analysis which will be regarding to your how to select your topic, which how to select your topic and how you will go throughout uh, your research and what type of variable you will use in your research. All this type of information you will get from meta-analysis. But here, as already I have conducted one lecture on meta-analysis, but today our specific goal is how to write a good research paper. I will also discuss my recent research paper with you. For example, you can say for the sake of understanding. And let's start our today lecture. There are some sort of headings or some kind of chapters which we use in our research. First of all, the heading is abstract. Abstract is the small briefing, or you can see a short summary regarding your research paper, in which you illustrate how you go through your research, how you conduct your research, and what was your findings, and what type of analysis you conduct, what type of data you collected, and which technique you used, and why you conduct this research. Is it was a really a phenomena which you were going to discuss in your research paper. And the most important thing you should keep in your mind that abstract is the only you can say thing which you discuss in your research paper at the end, but you write it in the first. After conducting your research, after concluding your research, you write your abstract in the last. You left a blank page or blank space on your research paper, uh, but you write it in the first in your research. And the other thing is that after that you will give introduction heading. As I can share with you my research paper. Let me share with you. Yeah. Here you can see this is the title of my research paper, and here you can see abstract. The first heading is abstract. What was the purpose of my study? What was the methodology and approach I used? What was the finding, and what was my practical implication? Originality value, that you will give an undertaking, or in other words, you will write that this is your original paper. You have not submitted in any kind of journal, or in any kind of a seminar or conference. And after that, you will write introduction. As here I have mentioned that abstract, and in introduction, after that literature review, and then methodology, and then findings. In the last, you will discuss about your overall results. Let's check this paper. As you can see here, I think this slide is going to be shared with you. Let me check. As you can see in introduction, you can write your app's introduction from your dependent variable, or you can write your introduction from independent variable. You can, it depends on your in your output, in your, as I have started this from my sector from which I was going to conduct the research. I have introduced what the importance of the technical education, and after that, you can see I also have mentioned how it is playing its role in GDP or in economic progress as well. After that, you can see in introduction, I have already mentioned some kind of references which were previously coded by different researchers. And I also have a little bit mentioned that what type of theory they have used in their research paper. And after introduction, let me tell you one more thing. You will give background of your study, and there will be some sort of research questions, and what are the research objectives behind your research, what is the significance of your study theoretically or practically, uh, uh, you are contributing in this research. And after that, you will write a literature review. In literature review, you will discuss what previous study has been done by the different researchers. You will also give one by one, you will also give a brief introduction or a little bit introduction or a little bit touch with your dependent variable and independent variable. You will write about previous research in your literature review. You will, as I have mentioned here, that about the COVID-19 influence on the teaching methodologies in different sectors of education. As I am discussing about technological institute in my research paper, that's why I have mentioned the technological institutions phenomena regarding COVID-19. And after that, the technical word which I have used in my research is techno stress, which is my moderating variable I have mentioned over here, as you can see. And after that, I have discussed some sort of problems regarding what teachers are feeling and students are feeling. And after that, I have discussed the term technostress, what its roles and importance are, how it affects the teaching methods in technological institution. And after that, I have given two variables the relationship, and that how they are affecting each other, or they how they are correlating to each other. I have discussed here as technostress and performance expectancy. And in the last, I have already discussed the hypothesis, which is relevant to the technostress. And after that, I have mentioned two variables, which is digital literacy and intention to use digital technology. And I already have mentioned here hypothesis two, which is digital literacy has significant and positive relation with intention to use digital technologies. And after that, performance and expectancies, digital performance expectancy and digital technology. And I also already have mentioned here two hypotheses, which is H3 performance expectancy mediate the relationship between the digital literacy and the intention to use the digital technologies. And the fourth hypothesis, which I have used, is performance expectancy has significant relationship with the intention to use digital technology. Same like this, you will briefly introduce your variables, two variables combinedly, and you will at the last of after defining those variables, you will write your hypothesis, what type of relation you are going to expect with the help of literature. Keep this thing in mind. And after that, you will write underpinning theory, what type of theory you are using. As I have mentioned over here, the research framework and underpinning theory, I have used the underpinning theory, which is regarding to the theory of technology acceptance and use, which was earlier used by Venkatesh in 2003. You will also brief about the theory and why you are using this theory in your research paper, you will also mention. And after that, you will write the theoretical framework, as I have written that dependent and independent variable, mediating and moderating variable as well. And after that, the literature review, you will write about your methodology. In methodology, you will write about what type of data you collected and what was your sample or what was your population, and what type of population sample technique you used. As I have mentioned that here you can see this was conducted in Lahore and Punjab, Pakistan, different technological institute of Lahore. And I have collected 283 samples of collection. And after that, I already have given what type of sample techniques were used previously in the past, and I already have coded their references as well. And after that, the headings will be about findings. In findings, you will tell what type of software you used, and you will also give previous research as they have used in the why you used PLS in your research. You will also mention it, and after that, you will tell about the techniques or about your headings of measurement model or structural model, or how you conduct overall. You will tell overall in a brief introduce that how you used all type of techniques, in what sense and how. As here you can see, I have mentioned that what is biasness and how this biasness can be occur. I have already given the experience of some references as well, as here you can see. So it was my mistake, which I am going to correct it. Okay, as you can see, I have corrected reference which was given. And after that, you will write about what type of measurement model was you used and how you conduct the results. As here I have mentioned in brief, the measurement model was analyzed with the application of loading, average, variances, extract, or competitive reliability, evaluate the convergent validity. You will briefly discuss composite reliability, all type of discussion. You will use HTMT ratios as well, and you will also uh, give the tables or your findings in your search paper, and you will after that you will also uh, illustrate what was the impact of your research and what was the uh, probability value of your research, probability values of your variables, either it was reliable results or not, either it was supporting your ideas or not. You will discuss, and you will also write all type of, you will also mention all type of diagram and tables as well, and you will also illustrate them. And after that, you will, in the last table, you will discuss that either your hypothesis was supporting your ideas, supporting your research or not. As I have mentioned here, that digital literacy relationship with performance expectancy relationship with intention to use digital technology. You will also use all type of uh, tables and graphs in your research. And the last paragraph is about discussion. In discussion is a very important section of your article. There will be three main categories in discussion. When we start writing discussion with first paragraph, we shall discuss our overall results, as I have discussed my overall results here. And after that, in one paragraph, you will describe that this was the purpose of your study, and these are the findings of your study. You will also describe about the hypothesis, either the hypotheses are accepted or not. Uh, and after that, the second important paragraph is what is your theoretical contribution, or what is your practical contribution in your research. You will separately give the headings, and you will also that the contribution and the policy implication. Last heading is about the limitations and the about the limitation about the limitation of your study. What was the limitation of your studies? You will discuss, and you will also give some future suggestions for your research. And you will also discuss that all the gaps which you mentioned in your literature, you will cover in this section. You will illustrate to which theory you support, or which literature you are adding something new in your research. You will also tell about the new variable which was mediating or moderating all the contribution. You will discuss in detail what type of novelty in your study, how it contribute in literature. You will write about your model contribution. uh, all type of discussion will be used here. In short, what will be in short, you will also guide the future research on which variables they need to focus. The variable which you skip, or which you were not able to conduct add in your research, you can give suggestion for that, for the future researcher, that they can use those variables as a future variables for conducting their research. So this was the brief introduction of how to write a good research paper. So I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.